I recall hearing a song, "Start Spreading the News. I'm leaving today to New York, New York."
Hey, how's it going there? I'm William.
Hey, I'm Jace.
So this is the Jason Will Show.
Yeah.
Here we go. You know, it's amazing that someone actually called you out by Jace. I was amazed when I heard about that.
It happened.
What happened?
Well, somebody reached out to me and said, just kind of asked a question on Facebook. They said, "Hey, Jace, what are you up to? What are you doing?" And I was like, "Hey, William." Someone called me Jace.
I didn't see that coming, that's for sure.
Well, me either, but if we say it enough times, I guess people will respond accordingly.
Right. Well, I heard that you had some good news you was wanting to talk about, and something was happening with you, man.
Are you talking about New York?
Isn't that a wonderful town? Isn't it like a song, New York, New York?
Yeah.
I shouldn't sing. I'm sorry about that.
There was I recall hearing a song, "Start Spreading the News. I'm leaving today to New York, New York." Do you know who wrote it?
I don't know who wrote that song.
I don't know who wrote it either, but
we're spreading the news. We went to New York. Oh
Yes.
my gosh. And this is what I want to talk about, and Jason's going to share more in depth of what happened. But Jason called and said, "I'm going to New York," and I said, "Well, I want to go." Pretty much it was like that. So we got together and he bought the tickets and we went to New York. And I wasn't expecting anything other than Jason was called to give a talk in Ocean Springs and
New Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey, Ocean Springs.
I got with a gentleman by the name of Sean, and we figured out that actually Sean and Brian Street. Sean Romero, Brian Street. We were going to go to Ocean City, New Jersey, and speak at a leadership, kind of like a mini leadership conference.
Yeah, it was for men, right?
Right,
it was for
specifically for men,
right.
Talking about leadership, primarily leadership in the home, and being a father, how awesome it is, the privilege and honor it is to be a father. Well, we went there with that intent in mind, but also on the way, I was like, well, let me think about this because I have a few contacts in New York.
Right.
So I reached out to a coach of mine, George Wilhar IV, and he said, absolutely, come up, and we actually have a networking meeting in the Empire State Building.
Man, not too much. Just leaving the Empire State Building after watching George Wilhar IV speak. Pretty awesome. Never been to the Empire State Building, but pretty amazing building, I must say.
What we did do was we got to go network with George and Charlotte. So this really vibrant group of young, they were mostly younger than me actually.
Right.
Some of them were close to my age, but they were young entrepreneurs in New York City. And man, it's like, wow, this is pretty cool. We walked a little bit. How many miles did you walk?
We were walking, William was walking an average of 6 miles a day every day, so I put in a lot of miles. Jason, don't ever go get a hotel with Jason because he is up at the crack of dawn. I like to sleep till 8. He's up at 6, 5:30, and he was walking like miles a mile before he even got up. So he was doing 9 or 10 miles a day, and I was doing 6.
In 2.5 days, we were there got there about Wednesday afternoon, and we left Saturday morning.
That's right.
Roughly 2.5 days, I walked 25 miles.
I did 18.
And
but I do gotta say, I learned about the subways.
Yes.
We learned how we're learning a little bit about the subways. It's quite amazing how to get around there.
Subway is a very efficient way to get around New York City, for sure.
Our subway was right there at the World Trade Center Memorial.
Yeah. And
we're right by the Raging Bull. We was 2 blocks from Battery Park. Jason was the tour guide, went to Central Park, and Jason went swimming in the Washington Park fountain.
Yes.
Just used to come to the peer pressure from everyone.
Yeah, it was mostly the kids.
Right.
The 7-year-old kids that were taunting me.
Tell me about this baseball thing, Jace.
We decided to go either watch Dave Chappelle, the comedian,
Yes.
or to go to a Yankees game.
And what would the tickets cost for Dave Chappelle?
I didn't verify this, but I heard they were $500 a piece. So that made the decision really, really easy.
Real easy.
We went to a Yankees game.
And Jason and I are at the Yankee Stadium here in New York City.
And that was the first time I've been to a Yankees game, and it was just an amazing experience. Just very surreal being there. I just really I enjoyed when we were in that loft, like kind of like the patio area.
Yes.
That was really cool.
Yeah, you got to see all the stuff. I've never been to a baseball game ever. I'm gonna phrase that. I was at a baseball game when I was 3 years old
Or you
in
mean
Patterson.
pro?
No, I
Like a
mean
pro
just baseball at all.
Yeah.
My dad played for the Knights of Columbus, and I haven't been to a ball game, but this was something I would never have done. And Jason bought me the hat. I bought the
Yeah.
little shirt, so I was all decked out in baseball uniforms.
Yeah, you had the only thing you needed was the pants and the cleats to
Yeah.
complete the uniform.
Yeah, my friend Mudbone sent me a text saying, "Please show me you bought the pants and the shoes, and I'll be in heaven." I'm like, "Nah, it's all right. I'll pass on that." You know, when you go do this kind of stuff, you have to look at everything around you and take in all the experiences. Riding on the subway, eating at that pizza place in Brooklyn. Can't remember.
Yes.
It wasn't Giuliani's. It was one next
No,
door.
Giuliani is next door. Grimaldi's.
Grimaldi's.
Grimaldi.
Jason jogged the top of the bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah, well, we had about 25 minutes to wait for our pizza, so we were right next to the Brooklyn Bridge. So I was like, "Hey, I'm going up the Brooklyn Bridge," and I made it up there probably in about, I guess, 14 minutes, and I made it down in about 7.5.
Wow.
Because I wanted some pizza. I was hungry, and plus I was, it's easier going down. But really, that was a really great experience. It was a quick trip up there to the bridge, but just to see the way the bridge is built, and just how amazing the architecture and the structure is. It's really amazing to see the skyline of New York City as well. And then on top of that, the pizza was the best pizza I've ever eaten in my life.
Yes, it was.
Like fresh basil and fresh mozzarella cheese, the white mozzarella cheese, not yellow cheese.
It was good stuff.
It was great. I would love to go back to Brooklyn one day and explore some more. That seems like a very cool and quaint area.
Well, I want to share this, and that is, I like talking about the road less traveled. Jason and I could have went to New York, sat in a hotel room, watched TV, went to the meet, and then took the flight back. We could have done that, but we're travelers. You have to go out there and get it, and you have to do things that are outside your comfort zone to get those experiences. And he made me go way, way, way out of my comfort zone. And I walked a lot.
You're welcome.
I ate all kind of stuff. I had no idea what I was getting myself into before I went on this trip. And this is one trip that I will always remember. I'll never forget this trip, and I do want to do it again, but it's because I pushed myself outside my comfort zone. I don't go on vacation, I'm a traveler. So when I travel, I go see everything. I'm very curious. And Jason, you're a great traveling companion. Hope to do this again with you, hopefully soon.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I want to share one more story with you before we close. But I was on my way. I literally walked to Enterprise that Friday morning. We were going to go down to Ocean City
to rent a car.
Yeah. Well, I get there. Now, Google Maps says this was, like a mile and a half. It was like 1.7 miles. Like, I can walk
Yeah,
that.
that's good.
It said 38 minutes though. I was like, there's no way I can run a mile and a half in 20 minutes. So I mean, I'm pretty sure I can walk it. I can walk in it about 20. But I'm pretty sure I can get there in about 20, 25 minutes.
Right.
It was every bit of 38 minutes, maybe
Wow.
40 because of the traffic
All the traffic they took into
and the
consideration.
stops, many stops, and there was construction. So anyway, I got there. Well, there was no cars available. At least not that what I wanted to pay. There was something available for about $150 per day, which is
that's-
kind of out of the
yeah,
question.
that's out of-
So it was like, okay, well, this is just one more thing to say, okay, well, I guess we're really not making it to Ocean City today. And then on top of that, a bus ride is 4 hours there, 4 hours back, 8 hours travel time. So you got a whole day gone. So anyway, on the way back from Enterprise, I passed going this old barbershop, and I passed going back, and I mean, did I need a haircut? I mean, look at my hair. Probably
I don't
not,
know.
but
You were looking a little shaggy.
I do like getting haircuts. So I stopped in and I met one of a very interesting character. His name is Sal. He is actually from Sicily, Italy. He's been cutting hair about 47, maybe 50 years now. And just a fixture of that neighborhood. And it was just, we had a really great conversation because I'm, partly Italian as well. And we just had a really good conversation. We talked about food and family, and it was really, really cool. And if I wouldn't have walked to Enterprise, I wouldn't have had that experience. And something I remember, he actually told me, he said, we talked about cooking because I love to cook.
Right.
Well, we talked about guguzza, which is actually it's kukuzza squash. And he said, I used to grow the kukuzza. He said, one time I grew the kukuzza taller than me. And he talks just like that. He talks like he is from Italy, and he is.
Right.
But it was just really cool experience, that time with Sal, and he gave me a really fresh fade, I can tell you that.
Yeah, it looks good. Well,
But that was a few weeks ago.
Is that all we
but-
got for today? Because we're going.
That's
over
it,
time.
man.
All right, I'll catch you next time. God bless y'all.
Take care.